I know. I know your daughter's father wants you back. Who wouldn't? But you also see, my darling, I love you. I love you. And I'm ready to make you happy.
Mark, please, just wait. Look, I'm not in that mood right now. I said that I needed time to think about this relationship. In fact, I need to go pick up my daughter. She's already waiting for me.
Susie! I want to ask you for the last time. Are you in any other relationship? I'm ready to fight for your love. And I don't care whatever it takes.
Mac, look, whatever is happening to me right now has got nothing to do with you or with the relationship. It's all a very bad timing of event. Look, don't worry, okay? Don't worry, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Come here. Tomorrow.
Heavy sister. Thicker sister. Solid sister. I know. Solid sister.
Philip.
How
are you?
Solid. Too much. I don't want Claire. I have to make her all hold on because we go see you.
Sorry, I went to get something down the road.
Small. Hey, small sister been say you want to see me now. I'm sure you want to see you.
Yes, as a matter of fact, there's something I want you to do for me. Very important.
Anything. Just what damn anything now.
And if you do this very well, I'll reward you handsomely.
Hey, I think he's already did enter handsome reward, so I'm saying I know the gas too.
You know, I like you very much.
No.
And you know we are from the same place. So I want you to have this money and get some really nice clothes for yourself. I want you to really look good.
Hey, teacher, I don't understand. Hey, give money for clothes. I get enough. I get enough for house.
I want you to go after a girl for me.
Hey, so I don't gas. I say I don't gas. I don't gas. Don't gas. Me, no, they go after woman. You don't know.
My friend, shut up.
I mean,
how your mates they go carry babes to university?
Leave there, Nana there. University, live there. Me, as solo, I play my game.
Look, this is not something you won't be able to handle. But this girl works for my husband. Now, when I need you to get down with her and get all necessary information I will need, I need to find out what is going on between her and my husband.
Sister, this one hard do. Coffee vest. You know, and you know, the girl now, what if you go fall? I will take her more. If she fall, if she all drop, by me take her. You know.
What, Philip? What is that supposed to mean? Look, I'm not asking you to go there and start a relationship with this girl. No. What I want you to do for me is just get there, get me the information that I need, and drop this girl. Period. And one more thing, Philip. Nobody must hear about this.
I don't know small.
Not even your sister.
I say that as
Philip.
Hey, I say that as small. See, a little. As long as you know you know a pepper and after they talk to you, say I don't get the baby. I don't finish her. She in my house. True, she for us. I don't get her finished. But I don't know. The girl, she be VGC, I be mushing, because you know whether she be Paco, you know, I be Aje. Can I go determine the level when you flow?
Philip. Look, don't worry. It's not going to give you much of a problem, okay? But just get this job done for me. I will surprise you.
Hey.
Seriously, Philip.
As your problem, so as the thing take your problem, so I don't carry on. I don't carry on for head. You know, and as they go a headache, they come across me, go carry on. You know one person that I be that too.
That's what I want to hear. Take it
you.
seriously.
Enough.
You know, just get this job done and I'll surprise you. Seriously. Meanwhile, have this.
Give me Friday. Just give me till Friday, you see.
Alright, take this for you.
Hey, my sister, you would do it. So, I am going to food day has because better one begin to me.
Don't worry, I made something really nice.
Hey!
But not twice.
Yeah, you don't would do sister. When I go eat finish, I don't show the sister me. I want eat. I want wood. Trust me. Hey,
to speak with you.
What about?
Well, you know, for some time now we've been living like strangers in the house, and I'm asking why.
I'm not supposed to answer that question, am I? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with me.
I didn't say anything was wrong with you. I'm just saying, how can you not be speaking to me? How can you not pay me any attention? What is it I've done that is so terrible you want to throw our marriage?
Oh, Peter, please, don't just go sanctimonious on me right now. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Because you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Just look at you. You actually think you can walk in here any day and then you have me jumping at you, congratulating you for having an affair with your secretary? Don't you have any shame at all?
My secretary? If you believe what you just said. How come you've not confronted me all this while? How come you've not asked me anything? Why have you been silent over the whole matter?
Just hold your peace. Hold it. Because I don't need that explanation, Peter. I don't need it. I waited for you for 2 weeks. Peter, 2 weeks I waited for you to explain things to me, but you didn't. Instead, you ignored me. And now you actually expect me to jump on you and start crying like that little girl you married 9 years ago? Well, excuse me. So sorry to disappoint you. I am a full-grown woman now. Believe me, I know exactly what I want.
Listen, I didn't marry you because I thought I could do anything with you and just get away with it. Far from that. I respect and treasure our union, and you know that. I have been trying to bring myself to tell you exactly what happened on that day, but you haven't given me any chance.
What did you expect me to do? Huh? That I had something very important I wanted to tell my husband, and then I walk into your office just to find your secretary all over you, fondling with your clothes. What would you have done if you were in my shoes, Peter? Or thrown a party, I suppose?
Far from it. Look, honey, what you saw was not what you saw. I was in my office, and all of a sudden I felt a sting in my back. I shouted. My secretary ran in and tried to help me with the problem. Actually, it turned out to be a black ant. And at that very moment, you walked in and met us in that compromising position. And I was so embarrassed and confused, I didn't know what to say.
So, why didn't you explain all this to me?
I felt that if I ran back to you and tried to explain that, you wouldn't believe me, that you would call me a liar and a cheat.
You're right. Because I know exactly what I saw that day. Maybe if you had explained things to me, maybe I would have believed you. Look, the truth of the matter is this, Peter, right now, I just can't, bring myself to trusting you again. So please, excuse me. Let me be. Okay?
I'm here to see Engineer Peter Sinachoko. He's expecting me.
I'll tell him you're here.
Tell him, Philip.
Sir, there's a Mr. Philip here to see you. You may go ahead. Down the corridor, first on the right.
Thank you.
Come in.
Yes, sir.
Ah, Philip, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Sit down.
How's work, sir?
Very fine, thank you. I've been expecting you. Would you like a cold drink, some juice? Cool you down?
Juice will be fine, sir.
Okay. Fina, get us some juice, okay? Some cold juice.
How's work, sir?
Let's just say I'm not complaining. How far have you gone with the investigation? Any news?
If you just give me a few more days, I'll get you something very good.
A few more days?
Yes, sir.
No problem as long as you bring results in a few days.
I will. Something very good.
She's also intelligent, you know. I saw the way you were craning your neck.
Sir, on a very serious note, sir, I think your wife's suspecting you're having an affair with her, sir.
With Fina?
Yes, sir. She actually paid me to investigate the both of you.
My wife paid you to investigate this?
Yes, sir.
Women can be very unpredictable. So that makes you a double agent.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I wouldn't.
What else can I say?
Uncle, I wouldn't do that to you. I mean, you've been nice to her family even before you married her, sir. And I wouldn't sell such information even if it exists, sir.
Well, it doesn't exist anyway.
So,
or did she promise you something?
she actually wanted me to start dating Fina. That way I can extract information from her. But the problem is, sir, I am beginning to like her. And I don't... I hope you're not offended by that, sir.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. You're my friend, and from what I know about you, I think she's the right person for you.
Thank you, sir.
But just make sure you don't mention me.
Oh, no, I won't. I won't, sir. I won't.
And by the way, she's very well paid, and she lives in an expensive apartment.
Sir, that's where I have a problem, sir. I don't know how to get her to start liking me, sir, in the first place. I mean, if I started my cadet program, it would have been a lot much easier.
Why don't you just tell her the truth? Yeah, tell her the truth. Tell her what you think about her, what you hope to be in future. If she's the right person for you, maybe she'll understand.
It's not that easy, sir. I mean, how can I tell a working class lady that I want to start having an affair with her and I'm yet to start a cadet class? It's not easy, sir. I'd rather play an officer.
Well, it's your choice. Just make sure it doesn't affect me.
Oh no, I won't, sir. Thank you, Fina.
Excuse me. I want to apologize for the other day. I'm sorry. I was wondering if you would let me make it up to you with a lunch date, say maybe tomorrow.
Well, unfortunately, my tomorrow is occupied. But I'll just take your number and call you later this evening. Is that okay?
Okay.
Alright. So your number?
Yeah. 33.
Okay. Alright.
059.
Alright.
951.
Alright.
Okay, let me get you.
I'll call you. Relax. Thank you.
Look, like I told you before, it will never happen again.
Susie, don't do this to me, okay? I love you.
I love you and I've done everything a man would do to convince his lady of his love. But you keep rebuffing me. Darling, I'm ready to adopt your daughter.
Mark, how many times do I have to warn you to keep my family out of this relationship? Look, all we have in this relationship is nothing but just... Don't let me say what you wouldn't want to hear.
Susie, don't do this to me. Listen, I've told my mom about you and she's hoping to see you as soon as she returns from the east. Darling, I've never felt this way for any woman before in my life. Please marry me.
Susie! Susie! Baby.
Darling, come.
Baby.
Baby. It's okay. Baby, it's okay. I love you. Let's talk. Let's talk.
What is it?
Nothing.
Peter, what is it now?
Can't I touch you again? What is wrong with you?
Even when I'm not in the mood. Look, Peter, I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. Please let me have some rest. Good night.
What kind of nonsense are you talking about? For 2 months now you've been playing games with me. It has to stop now. I'm your husband and I want to make love to you. I can't go out and make love to another woman.
And I say no! Peter, good night.
Mommy, good morning.
Hello, darling. How are you?
What happened to you?
My face. Mommy fell from the staircase last night.
I'm sorry, Mommy.
Thank you.
Let's see the doctor.
Mommy will see a doctor before you come back from school. Okay, just.
Okay.
Come. I want you to make sure that you stay ahead and do your homework.
Look, Peter, what you have done is very bad. I mean, how would you explain that you raped your own wife? Come on, Peter, you could have done better than that.
Tony, what do you want me to do? We've never had this kind of problem. I was just struggling with her, trying to make her see reason. I didn't rape her. And this all started just 2 months ago.
Whatever, Peter, whatever. When and how it started is not the problem. The issue is that this has to end now. Yes, I agree that we made a mistake trying to investigate her. But let's just forget that now and concentrate on our future.
Come in.
Please, sir.
Ah, Philip.
Please, sir.
Good day, you're welcome. I've been expecting you. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So this is true. Susan is actually having an affair with that young man. Philip, what's his name?
Sir, I have all the information in the brown envelope, sir. Sir, I have his name and address. I have his make of car and number plate, sir. And
That's okay for now. You may go, please. Go.
It's okay, Philip. I'll see you at home.
Alright, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Tony, I will kill that boy. I will teach him not to covet people's wives ever again.
No, Peter. No. You will not do that. Now listen to me. Let's just put our heads together and think of a better way to confront this problem. Nobody's killing anybody, so get that thought out of your head, okay?
Hey.
Hey.
Sister, What's wrong with your face?
Oh, no. Just a minor bruises. I'll be fine. So what's the surprise you said you had for me? Is this not my husband's secretary?
Yes, sister. She's here with me. After they asked me to spy on her, I realized she had nothing to do with the husband. Yes.
Please, ma. I requested for this visit. I heard of the things that had been going on between yourself and your husband, and I felt responsible. Please, ma, forgive me. See, that day you came into the office, I just went in to help him remove something from his back, and that was just when you came in. Please, ma, there's nothing going on between your husband and I. Please.
It's okay. It's okay. Just get up, okay? Get up. I guess I should say I'm sorry for overreacting, or sending Philip to spy on you. Could we just forget all about this, please? Meanwhile, I was spoken before you guys walked in. Let's just go in so we...
No, sister, we're chilling our way. I just want to let you know we're traveling tomorrow.
Why are you traveling, and what do you mean by we are traveling together?
Oh, madam, you sent him to spy on me, but my web cubbed him. We'll be leaving for his cadet entrance examination, which comes up next tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that you guys are already dating?
See, he has the qualities I want in my man, and not minding the circumstances surrounding our meeting. I've accepted him.
It's good. Please, you're welcome to my home. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Sit down, please. Caleb, you really are smart.
Sister, again, as much as I want to thank you for all the assistance and appreciate what you've done for me, I also want to ask for forgiveness. Before I told Fina about this, I thought I was doing the right thing. Okay, I want you to stop every relationship you're having with Dr. Mark. Everything, whatever it is you've had with him, I would like you to stop it. I will advise you to stop it. Yes, because your husband sent me to spy on the both of you. And I did. I took pictures. I took master pictures. I took pictures of you and him having lunch. I took pictures of you. Everywhere you've gone with him, I had them in prints. Everything you've done with him, I had them in prints, and they're very bad pictures. And your husband has them. I'm sorry.
was the meaning of what you were saying on the phone, sir? How could she leave without even telling you or going to pick up Jessica from school?
Velma, please, I just called you so that you can help me take my daughter to your house. I'll go and look for her myself, and if I don't find her, then I'll have to notify the police by tomorrow.
I hope nothing has happened to her.
Don't worry yourself. Just take my daughter to your place. Jessica! Jessica! You go with Auntie to her place, huh? I'll go look for mommy. When I find her, then I'll come get you, okay?
Adamu!
Gives me everything.
Adamu!
And so much more.
Adamu!
Until you came along. And I fell in love with you.
Adamu!
I didn't know
What happened to your face?
Don't bother, it's a long story.
Wait, see. There's something I have to say on you, okay? I don't have much time to spend here, okay? Look, I want to tell you something. You see, my husband and I, yeah, we've been having this problem. We're having these problems, you know, and after I met you.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
Are you expecting anyone?
No.
That's my husband. God, that's my husband.
What's going on?
And who's trying to break my gate? Who again? What are you looking for? What are you doing in my house? Who are you? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I said, it's my wife.
I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, what gives you the right to leave your house to other people's houses, bang at my gates as if you built this house for me, and you're here asking me of your wife without the courtesy of an introduction? Does this place look like a police station or...
Who do you think you're talking to? Or you don't know I'm Susan's husband? Now tell me where she is before I lose my temper. I'm going to count to 2. And if you don't tell me where she is...
Look,
What do you want? One.
I'm sorry. Please, let's just go.
Will you shut up? You're not even ashamed of yourself. Look at both of you. Take a look. Take a look at that. I said take a look at that. See the show of shame you have made of yourself. Look at my head. Show it to him. Let him see it. Now, where do I begin to shoot from?
Sir, please,
You know what the Bible says about coveting other people's wives?
Please, I could explain, please. Please, I could explain. Please.
Peter, please, I beg you in the name of God. Please don't do this. Let's just go home and sort this.
Will you shut your mouth? What did I not do for you? Eh? What was my shortcoming? I have loved you from the very first day to this very moment. So tell me, where did I go wrong? By giving you all my heart? I wasn't comfortable when you started this business venture of yours, but I had to give in because I wanted you to be happy. And this is how you pay me back for trusting you? No problem.
Sir, please.
Will you shut up?
Sir, please. I'm very sorry, sir. I'm very sorry. She never told me she was married. Please, sir. Please forgive me. Please.
Forgive you? Forgive you for breaking my marriage? My home? The very essence of my existence? Men like you are not worthy to live. Men like you are not worthy to live.
Well, Inspector, sir, as you can see, she's still unconscious. It was a flesh wound. The bullet passed right through.
so no vital organs were affected. But I assure you, she'll come around very soon. No problem about that.
That's okay, doctor. For now, I want you to give her all the medical attention she needs. But something still bothers me. I don't seem to believe the statement the husband made to the police. That's why I want you to move her to a private ward until she regains consciousness.
Yeah, that's not a problem, but what do I tell your husband when he comes around?
Well, tell him you're acting under police instructions.
All right.
That reminds me. You said you saw a gun behind him when he came here.
Yeah, I actually did. But he quickly covered it when he knew I saw it. That was why I demanded for police report.
That was very smart of you, doctor. Thank you. Anyway, I have to be going now. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, if there are any new developments, please call me.
Okay. One more thing, Inspector. He actually said and insisted that he should be the first to know when the wife regains consciousness.
He really said that?
Oh, sure.
I want you to disregard that. Do as I said.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. No problem, sir. All right. Good.
Emotionally wrong. Emotional blackmail. the love and attention that you gave to me. I keep on remembering, I cannot let it go. But I know inside of me, this has got to stop. I've got to go back home, where I do belong. Oh baby, this is wrong, but it feels so right. I've gotta let this go. I'm in love with you, there's nothing I can do. In my heart I know, love will find a way. I know that this is emotionally wrong, though it feels so right. I've gotta let this go. I'm in love with you, there's nothing I can do. In my heart I know, love will find a way. I know that this is emotionally wrong. Emotional blackmail.
When was the last time Dr. Mark came to work?
I saw him last 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yes. That was the day we supervised the student doctors who came in from the general hospital for the higher 90 program.
I see. At what time did he leave the hospital?
Between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Just before I handed over to the night shift staff. Is everything okay, sir?
Not to worry, nurse. Everything is under control for now.
I would like you to call me if you see him first.
Okay. Here's my card. Okay. Please call me.
I'll do that.
Have yourself a nice day.
You too, bye.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes.
Have I heard you asking questions about Dr. Mark?
Yes. Did you perchance see him?
Yes, I did, but that was before and after he was attacked.
Attacked? By who?
I don't know who he was, but I heard the other man that came with him. Call him Peter. No, Peterson.
Peterson. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good day, sir.
Good day, my sister. I'm Inspector Thompson from the State Criminal Investigation Department. I want to see Mr. Philip.
Please, sir, I hope there's no problem, sir. I hope he's not in trouble, sir.
No, my sister, there's no problem at all. I just want to ask him something, that's all.
Okay, sir. He went to Abuja for a police training exam, and I really don't know when he'll come back.
Oh, I see. So he wants to be an officer too. Anyway, thanks a lot. Please tell him when he comes back that I came to look for him. And he should come to Central Police Station as soon as he returns. And that's for Inspector Thompson. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Peterson, you're under arrest for the murder of Dr. Mark and attempted murder of your wife. You have the right to remain silent for anything you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to call your lawyer when we get to the station.
What's the meaning of this?
You should tell us where his wife is and not this. We're just coming from the ward and she's not there.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, sir. I'll not tell you anything until we get to the station. Engineer Peterson, you have a right to make
Only 2 phone calls, but when we get to the station.
Hey, wait, hold on. That's it. Tony, please. Pick up my daughter from school. Take care of her. Then yourself and Thelma work on the stadium project. I'll call my lawyer and my father at once. Huh? Let's go.
The court is now in full session.
With Honorable Justice J.K. Akinwumi presiding.
Do we know the business of the day?
Yes, my lord.
We have case number 173. A case of murder, an attempted murder, holding before this court this day between Engineer Peterson Ugoshuku Ojukwu versus the states.
Will the 2 counsel move to the bench, please? I need be sure that I will not teach you your job in this court. I will not entertain any statement that has nothing to do with this case.
Yes.
You may go.
The court calls to stand Engineer Peterson Ugoshuku Ojukwu. Are you a Christian, Muslim, or a pagan?
I'm a Christian.
Then do swear. I swear by Almighty God.
I swear by Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give in this case.
That the evidence I shall give in this case.
Before this court.
Before this court.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
My Lord. The witness is under oath on a standing trial for the murder of Dr. Mark Dixon, whose body is yet to be discovered by the police, and also attempted murder of his wife, Mrs. Susan Ojukwu.
Are you guilty or not, Mr. Ojukwu?
Not guilty, my lord.
The State Counsel may begin our cross-examination of the accused now.
Mr. Peterson Ojukwu, could you kindly tell this honorable court your name, your age, your occupation and address?
My name is Peterson Ugochukwu Ojukwu. I'm a building and site development engineer. I'm 40 years old.
Are you married or do you have a woman in your life?
Yes, I am married. My wife's name is Susan Ayoade Ojukwu. I also have a daughter.
Mr. Peterson Ojukwu, do you remember the 17th of July 2004? Do you remember being caught by your wife on that day in a rather compromising position with your secretary?
Objection, my lord. The private affair of my client is not relevant to this case.
Overruled. The witness will answer this question.
My lord, on the day in question, an ant stung me in the back, and when I shouted, my secretary ran into my office and helped me remove it.
Are you aware that your wife is into corporate gifts and adverts management?
Yes, I gave her the money to start the business.
Is it true that your wife runs her business together with taking care of your daughter, which sometimes makes her come home tired?
That is the main reason I never wanted her to work in the first place. I made good provisions for her, but she insisted on going out to work.
Can you recollect the 30th of September 2004 when you raped your wife and beat her into coma?
That is a lie.
Mr. Peterson, please answer yes or no.
Objection, my lord.
Yes.
The question is leading.
Sustain. State Counsel, rephrase your question.
I put it to you, Mr. Peterson Ojukwu, that on the 3rd of October that you went to Dr. Mark's house and shot him and your wife Susan.
I did not kill him.
My lord, let it be on record of this honorable court that Mr. Peterson Ojukwu went to Dr. Mark's house, who happens to be his wife's business partner and an artist, and shot him and his wife Susan. He took Dr. Mark's body and buried it in an undisclosed grave. But luckily, his wife survived the gunshot.
That is a big lie.
My lord, that will be all for now. I'll call back the accused later.
Mr. Ojukwu, you may step down now.
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
My lord, the witness is under oath.
Please, madam, could you tell this court your name and your relationship with the accused person?
My names are Mrs. Thelma Chigozie Ejeku. I was his personal secretary and presently his general manager, and the wife to his best friend and business partner, Mr. Anthony Eliwichi.
And how long have you known Mr. Peterson?
I have worked with him for over 11 years now, but I got to know him in the real sense of knowing a man 3 years ago.
What do you mean in the real sense of knowing a man?
You would not understand. You see, I came to Lagos without even having a school leaving certificate. But when I...
Objection, my lord. I don't see the relevance of her telling us her life history.
My lord, this woman is the only staff of my client who started his business with him long before he got married. So, whatever she tells us could help us analyze the true psychology of Mr. Peterson.
Overruled. Madam, go ahead.
But when I saw him at the business center, where I had gone to make photocopies for my uncle, he called me and asked me if I would like to work with him. That was the beginning of my life.
So, what happened from then on? Did he start dating or sleeping with you?
I wish then that he had. But no. Instead, he paid for a room for me when I had problems with my uncle's wife. Made me sit for GC and UMP. Increased my salary and paid for my school fees until I finished my BSc program in Unilag. Today, I'm glad to say that I'm his general manager. He's my father, my brother. He calls me his little sister. He called me a few days ago to come pick up his daughter, but he never told me that his wife was having an affair outside their marriage.
Are you telling this court that Mr. Peterson never at any time tried to date or force you to sleep with him?
Never. He is the only family I have in Lagos.
Tell this court, how many girlfriends did he have before getting married to Susan?
Just one. Her name was Abioye Akinwumi. She stays in London now with her husband. He actually wanted to marry her, but her father refused.
One last thing, Mrs. Ekewu. How would you describe your boss?
If he had asked me to date or marry him, I would have accepted it all my life. But that is not to discredit my husband. My boss is a perfect gentleman, with a great sense of responsibility and understanding.
That will be all for now, my lord.
Does the State Council wish to cross-examine this witness? Mrs. Thelma, you may step down for now.
The state wishes to call Inspector Thompson Williams.
May Inspector Thompson Williams please proceed to the witness box.
Inspector Thompson, how did you discover there was no armed robbery shootout in the area that day?
After Mr. Peterson told me what happened to his wife, I visited the area with my men on investigation and asked the people around if any such incident happened. No one claimed to have heard or seen anything. Then the doctor called me after Mrs. Ojukwu recovered consciousness. And it was from her that we learned that it was actually Mr. Peterson that shot his wife and Dr. Mark.
Did she tell you how she was shot and what became of Dr. Mark?
Not really, but she said when he was about to shoot Dr. Mark, she jumped in front of the gun and slumped. I believe he must have gone ahead to shoot Dr. Mark and carried him somewhere to dump him or even bury him.
Objection, my lord! This witness has no right to conclude for this court whether my client murdered and buried Dr. Mark until proven beyond every reasonable doubt that that incident actually took place.
Sustained. Inspector Tom, you will not teach this court how to conclude this case.
I understand, my lord.
Inspector Tom, in your statement, you said you found an automatic revolver with the accused. Could you explain further?
Yes, the doctor told me that he saw a gun behind him on that very day at his back. So when we got to the location, I actually saw a bullet impact on the floor beside the gate, exactly the way the wife had described. And when we got to the house, I found the gun.
You did?
Yes.
My lord, that will be all for now.
Does the defense counsel wish to examine it?
Yes, my lordship. My lord, I tender this as an exhibit.
Okay. Mark this exhibit 1.
Inspector Thompson, do you in any way recognize this report?
Yes, but this has nothing to do with this case.
My lord, the document you have before you is a medical report of a young girl who was impregnated by the son of an influential politician. And our dearest Inspector Thompson was in charge of the case. And he worked with Dr. Mark, who was the chief surgeon in the hospital where the little girl was admitted.
Objection, my lord.
Overruled. Continue, defense counsel.
Thank you, my lord. The young girl lost her womb in the process. And our Inspector Thompson and Dr. Mark went behind the DPO of the station and collected a whooping sum of 3 million naira from the politician and shared it with Dr. Mark. So, Inspector Thompson, I put it to you that you know where Dr. Mark is, yet you have refused to bring him to this court to testify for fornicating with Mrs. Susan Ojukwu, and that you have plans for marriage behind her legitimate husband, whom you are framing up to conveniently get him out of the way to enable Dr. Mark to marry her in France.
You're a liar.
I did not take any money from anybody, okay? I did my job and I did it diligently. Inspector Tom.
Yes, my lord.
Mind your reaction. I will not allow such language in my court.
I apologize, my lord.
My lord, I have a witness who will testify that on the night of the incident, Dr. Mark was seen in the hospital with somebody whose description fits Inspector Thompson. Finally, I want it to be recorded in this court that our dear Inspector Thompson obtained statement from Mrs. Susan Ojukwu without allowing her husband access to her. And I want to ask our dear Inspector, why?
My lord, we were only trying to save the life of that young woman when we suspected that he may try to kill her if he finds out that she spoke to the police. That was all.
My lord, let me ask our diligent inspector this question. How can a man who rushes his own wife to the hospital while she is unconscious in a bid to save her life now turn around and murder her when she regains consciousness? My dear inspector, I ask you, why? That will be all for now, my lord.
You may step down for now, Inspector Tom. The court's now adjourned till Monday next week. Arise.
Sir, he never thought that it would be like this. All he told me was that he was going to deal with the boy, not to kill him.
Okay, how do we find the boy's body?
So that's a problem we have to solve before Monday.
What of those keys you told me he gave you? Have you checked what he kept in his drawers? Because I believe that police boy has some interest in this case.
I have given the lawyer the pictures and other relevant documents. He's studying them as we speak. But wait. Philip, where can we find Philip?
Who is Philip?
Philip was the boy Peter hired, so to speak, to monitor the wife's movement. He took some incriminating pictures of the wife and Dr. McDavis. Those were the pictures I gave to the lawyer with other relevant documents. So Philip is the only one who has had them speak together.
Yes, and maybe if you get him to testify in court, it may make things easier for Mr. Peterson. What do you think?
Oh, you're right. Why don't you go for the boy while I go back to the police?
Mrs. Susan Ojukwu, can you tell this court your true relationship with Dr. Mark?
We don't have any relationship. Dr. Mark asked me to marry him. I made a very big mistake, you know, but I'm sorry.
Madam, did you at any time discuss business with Dr. Mark, who also doubles as your artist?
Yes, he paints for me and also helps in developing my design plans.
Did you ever have lunch or dinner dates with him?
Yes, on several occasions. I'd also been to his house where he used as a studio.
On the day you were shot, can you tell this court what happened?
I don't want to lose my husband.
lose my husband. Please. Madam, please. The life of Dr. Mark, your partner and artist, is at stake here. And it's only you who witnessed whether he was killed or not. So please tell the Scott what happened.
On that day, I went to Dr. Mark's house. And then my husband found out. So he came there to look for me. And I hid in the security post. But when he threatened to kill Dr. Mark if he failed to produce me, I came out. I jumped in front of the gunman when he tried to shoot Dr. Mark in order to stop him, but it was already too late. My husband shot me. That is all I can remember. I don't know if he killed Dr. Mark or not.
That will be all for me.
The defense counsel may proceed with his cross-examination.
Thank you, my lord. I tender these photographs as exhibit.
Mark it as Exhibit 2.
As a lordship pleases.
Madam, I'm sorry for the bullet wound. Now, have you seen those photographs before?
Yes. Philip told me about it, and my husband brought it to Dr. Mark's house on that day.
And you still want to retain in your statement that you never had any formal relationship with Dr. Mark?
No, I did it because I was upset over what I saw him.
No, madam. Your relationship with Dr. Mark started when you had the bike accident, not when you saw your husband and his secretary Fina in the office. True or false?
It's not.
Please answer the question, Mrs. Ojuku. Did you start seeing Dr. Mark before or after the incident in your husband's office?
It was before the incident.
Your husband, after 2 weeks, tried to make peace with you over the incident in his office. But you still went on seeing Dr. Mark and denied your own husband his joy of matrimonial purpose and right. Because in those pictures, you were seen with Dr. Mark on different occasions. In the hotels, restaurant, and even in his own home.
Objection, my lord.
Overruled. Defense counsel continue.
On the night you claim to have been raped by your husband, you had sex with Dr. Mark earlier on in the day, right?
That's not true. That's a lie. I'm sorry, Peter. I'm sorry.
Look, I will take it as a yes. Now, are you saying that you never told him when you first met that you were married?
I tried to, but he wouldn't listen.
Mrs. Susan Ojuku, take a look at your husband. man there is standing trial today for murder because of your unfaithfulness and your filthy lifestyle. He married you, educated you till you obtained your BSc and master's degree, yet you want to send him to jail? Tell this court how you were paid to send your own daughter's father to jail and how you plan to travel to France with Dr. Mark.
Objection, my lord.
Sustained.
I never meant him any evil. It's all my fault. It's just a mistake. This is my husband. I don't want to send him to jail, please.
My lord, I have a man who investigated the activities of Mrs. Susan Ojukwu and Dr. Mark, and he is prepared to testify to that effect in this court. Finally, my lord, I want it to be on record that Mrs. Susan Ojukwu, Dr. Mark Davis Dixon, and Inspector Thompson Williams are up to some crimes, and they should be made to face the full wrath of the law. That will be all, my lord.
You may step down, madam. This court is adjourned till Friday for final hearing. Arise! Court!
Oh, it's been a hectic day.
You say that again.
Mom.
Yes, dear. Can I get you a glass of water?
Yeah, and a very cold one at that.
Okay.
To you, madam.
Who are you? And how did you get in here? Mark! Mark!
Yes, Mom. Mom, could you please excuse us? I'd like to sort things out with Inspector Tom here.
Police? What are you doing with a police officer? Excuse me, officer. Is my son in any kind of trouble?
There's no problem. Tom here is my friend.
There's a problem. I'm sorry, madam. I have to arrest your son if he does not tell me the things I want to know right now.
What are you talking about, Tom? What has come over you?
You only acting stupid, Mark. I want to know what happened in your house here. What is going on between you and Peterson Akala's wife?
What are you people talking about? Eh? Mark, do you have a problem with anybody in the office?
I'm not at all, Mom. Mom, please excuse us, okay? I'll explain things later.
And I say no. I want you to explain in her presence. This case has gone to court and everybody believes that you were killed and buried by Mr. Peterson Akala.
Killed? Oh my God. Mark, what nonsense have you gotten yourself into? What?
Mom, it's a long story, okay?
Oh my God.
That's all I have to say. She never told me she was married. I managed to treat myself that night, and and ran out of town that same night.
So, Mrs. Akala never told you she was married?
No.
Alright. Why didn't you tell her husband the story then?
He didn't even give me a chance to explain myself. Besides, he had pictures of us in his possession.
This girl you're talking about,
is she the same girl you wanted me to meet?
Yes, Mom. But she never told me she was married.
She only told me she had a child.
Mark, I want you to come to court the day after tomorrow.
I don't want that basket mouth of a lawyer to call me to the witness box again. Besides, he's already casting aspersions on my integrity as an officer of the law.
My son, you have to make yourself available for them to see that you're not dead. I'll go with you, okay? I know a retired judge who could help us if the case turns bad. Okay?
I wish I never met her. I wish I never met her in the first place.
It's okay.
I'll do as you've said, Mom. Tom, what can I get you?
Well, I think I'll just take my leave now.
Thank you very much, officer.
All right, ma'am.
But why didn't you come home after you were discharged? Huh? Listen to me, my daughter. You have made your mistakes. And I thank God you're alive. But you need to be strong for your daughter and pray for your husband.
Susie, if there is anyone who stands a better chance of helping Peterson win this case, that person is you. We make mistakes. Just like I blamed myself for advising him to send a secret investigator after you. I can go on and on and on. Tell you how I planted that evil seed of hatred in him. But it would make no positive impact. We must all work together with his lawyer to win this case.
Susie, you have to be strong for him. He needs you now more than ever. Okay?
I will be in that court on Friday.
Honey, we have to leave now. It's getting late. You know, Jessica is all alone at home.
All right. Susie, I'll come with the lawyer tomorrow. But please, you mustn't speak to anyone about this issue, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
I never wanted to kill him, my lord. I just wanted to scare him so that he could leave my wife alone. I guess I took my anger too far. I shot at him, but she blocked him and took the bullet for him. And I got very angry when he went to help her, and I shot at him again. I didn't wait to see if he was dead or not. All I was concerned about was taking my wife to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, the doctor insisted on seeing a police report. Now we had to go back to the police. I didn't know what to tell the police people, so I just told them that she had been shot by armed robbers, so I could get the police report from them. I went back to the hospital. All I was concerned about was the safety and well-being of my wife, because I love my wife very much.
Did you at any time during your crisis with your wife plead with her for forgiveness and understanding?
Yes, I did, but she wouldn't have me back. I would never ever rape my wife, never.
That will be all, my lord.
The state council may cross-examine the accused.
Engineer Peterson Ojukwu, can you tell these courts in one simple language why you should not be regarded as a murderer?
Look. If I had wanted to kill my wife or the doctor, I would have done it very conveniently without any finger pointing at me. No one saw me enter that compound and no one saw me leave.
So, where then did you bury Dr. Mark? Where did you bury Dr. Mark?
I didn't...
I'm still very much alive. I'm not dead. Please, sir, forgive me. I never knew she was your wife.
Will somebody control this madness in my court? Who's this man?
My lord, may I ask this court to recognize the presence of Dr. McDavis Dixon, the very person being claimed to have been murdered by my client.
I request to see both counsels and their client right now in my chambers. I demand to know the meaning of the madness that occurred in my courtroom.
My lord, I sincerely apologize, but this man is the same doctor whom my learned colleague and the inspector claimed was murdered by my client. My lord, I pray that you allow him to testify in this case.
My lord, I'm sorry for the unannounced intrusion. I never had any form of notification of his coming. I pray your understanding, my lord.
I warned both of you from the beginning of the proceeding that I will not tolerate any form of dramatic display in my courtroom. And for your information, I know this young man more than any of you. You have been my son-in-law, but for reasons best known to me, it never worked. Come in. Who is that?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
It's been a long time.
Yes.
How is my friend Dixon?
He's doing great.
Okay.
How's the family, sir?
Oh, God is merciful. What are you doing here? Are you involved in this case? I saw you in the courtroom.
Somehow. The doctor here is my son.
Oh, too bad.
Your Honor, my name is Dr. Peters. Engineer Peterson is my son.
Oh, you're welcome.
Excuse me, sorry. Have we met?
I don't think I know you, sir.
Are you perchance related to Chief Badmus Adedeji, the former Commissioner of Police?
Yes, that's my father. Do you know him?
Then you must be his second daughter, Biola, am I right?
That's my name. I can't seem to place your face, sir.
Can you recall an incident that happened some years back when my son gave you an injury on your left eye?
Yes. You remembered my face.
Yes, I am good at remembering faces.
You actually know her.
Yes. Yes, you know, we lived in the same neighborhood for many years in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, but I remember a particular incident when my son gave her an injury on her left eye.
How is your son, sir? That's why we are here, my dear. Your Honor, the two people involved in this case are actually brothers. They are blood brothers that were separated some years back. They also have a third brother, Your Honor. He was adopted by Justice Uwakwe Egeku, who died 2 years ago. Before he died, he wrote me a letter. He gave me the phone number and address of Tony. That's one of the reasons why I came back to Nigeria, to be able to locate him.
Tony Egeku. I've known him for about a year now, and we do business together. He's in the courtroom. Could it be the same person?
It's possible.
Come in.
Good day, my lord.
You are welcome.
Good day, everybody.
Good day.
Peterson, what's going on? I don't know, Tony. This lady just made a certain revelation. I'd like you to hear it straight from her.
I was actually trying to explain to them that both of them are related. They are blood brothers.
What? That's impossible.
That's not all. They have a third brother, second on the line, by name Tony. He was adopted by Justice Uwakwe Egeku, who died 2 years ago.
My name is Anthony Egeku. Justice Egeku was my father.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This is wonderful. Then the three of you are related. You're blood brothers from the same parents.
That's impossible. That's just scandalous.
Listen, Tony. I adopted Mark. Justice Uwakwe Egeku adopted you. Yes, and Dr. Peters adopted Peterson. So you're all from the same parents.
I have sent for the police DPU, but he told me he won't be able to make it down here. I am suggesting that we take those kids back to their relatives.
Doctor, I'm not sure you will understand the outcome of that action. You see, Doctor, I employed their father. He worked for me for 10 good years before he died. He had no relative. Even his wife is either from Ghana or Cameroon. I'm not too sure of the place. So where do we take them to?
Doctor, why don't we adopt these children? I don't have a child of my own. And my husband is due to go back to France very soon. Why don't we process the adoption papers? I would like to have a new baby.
Doctor, don't you think that is about the best thing to be done? You see, Doctor, my wife and I lost our son 2 years ago. And at the moment she cannot have a child due to some medical complications. And adopting a son for her is not a bad idea at all. Moreover, she likes Akala's second son, Tony.
I guess that leaves me with the first son, isn't it? Okay, let us go ahead and make the arrangement, and later we invite the police to witness.
Don't worry about that, Doctor. I will get all the legal documents ready by Monday. You just go ahead to provide the police report.
So, in that case, I keep the keys with me. When the papers are ready, pick them up from my place.
That's a very good idea, Mrs. Williams. I will send my driver to drop you at home.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Let me...
You mean to tell me that we all are... that we all are related?
Blood brothers.
Could both counsels approach the bench, please?
State Counsel, what is your stand in this case?
My lord, based on the last physical evidence in this court, the state would like to withdraw all prosecuting process against Engineer Peterson Ojukwu.
Defense Counsel?
My lord, we are delighted to applaud my learned colleague for her courage and understanding. And above all, we are very grateful to this honorable court.
You may have your seats.
If that is your understanding, this case is hereby dismissed from further hearing in the court of law. Arise.